All right, good day, wherever we are all over the world. And I know I love having people, different time zones. We've got 10 a.m., 11 a.m. North America, somebody in South America, somebody in Madrid. Yay. Anyway, here we go. Have your legs about shoulder width apart. Toes pointed forward, not too far out unless the movement calls for it. And let's just become present. Putting our hands over our lower belly. Your thumbs are resting roughly around your belly button area, and then your palms are over your lower abdomen. Nice, deep belly breaths. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And as you inhale, belly expands. As you exhale, belly goes back towards the spine. And you can always close your eyes. I close my eyes a lot. I try to remember not to when I'm teaching, but I just naturally do it. Closing your eyes just helps you really become present. Now bring one hand up to your chest. When we inhale, we're going to inhale, expand the belly, then expand the ribs, then expand the chest. And as you exhale, letting go through the chest, through the ribs, belly back to the spine. So inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, release from chest, ribs, belly. And do the pace that works for you. You don't have to do my pace. And also, if I offer a move that doesn't work for you, causes your body discomfort, don't do it. You can always come back to breath or a previous move, and I'll try and offer modifications where I can. Now we're going to do chi belt breathing. So bring your hands to your waist, just below your ribs, wherever that is for you. So as you inhale, you're expanding the belly and pressing the hands out. So trying to get the entire little tire here, chi belt. And as you exhale, you're pressing the hands in as the belly goes back towards the spine. So inhaling, pressing hands out, exhale, pressing the hands in. Now bring your hands over, your palms over your low back, up around here, over the kidneys. So this is kidney breathing. So as you inhale, feel your back expand into your hands, and then just naturally relax as you exhale. And your belly's automatically going to expand as you inhale, but also notice that your back is expanding too, bringing some breath into the kidneys. Kidneys are very connected to the lungs, so when we're breathing in through the lungs, we're also breathing into the kidneys. Now we're going to activate the kidneys a little more, turning the hands around with backs of the hands, knocking from the kidneys all the way down to the tailbone and back up to the kidneys, and then knocking down to the tailbone, getting the energy activated here. Now we're going to turn the hands around and tap down the low back, all the way down the backs and outsides of the legs, all the way down, bending the knees, then coming around inside the legs from the ankles up, getting that energy activated all the way up, then coming back around, and then tapping back down again, outsides of the legs. Coming up. Getting the energy, getting those energy meridians activated. Okay, one more time. Come back up. Just tapping on the outside of the hips. Then do a little knocking here on the leg gates. Then bend and straighten. So bend, tap, straighten, tap, bend, straighten. Awesome. Now just hold your hands here. Feel the energy. Notice the energy running in your legs. Notice the energy running where your legs join your torso. Awesome. Now we're going to do some tapping right over the belly button. Nice, light, loose fists. Tapping over the belly button. And then come up a bit to the sternum. This can be quite tender. Hold emotions here. Coming back down to just below the belly button, lower abdomen. Awesome. And then come over to one side. Tap up to your ribs. Tap back down. Getting our organs activated. Getting digestion activated. And come across to the other side and do the same on this side. And come back over the belly button. A few more taps here. And then just pause. Hold your hands here for a few moments. Feel the energy running. Nice. Okay, now we're going to tap the upper chest, the sternum. Up and down. Activating the heart, we're activating the lungs. As we're doing this, it's winter here, northern hemisphere. This is really good. Anything for the lungs is really good for cold and flu season. Getting this going. Beautiful. And then come over to one side, just below your collarbone. You can feel this. You've got your collarbone, and then you've got this like little notch below there. And so tapping here, right here are your lungs. There's 2 points, your lung 1 and 2 points. So do some tapping here. Getting that lung energy activated. What nice strong lungs, cold and flu season. Then open your hand and then tap down the inside of the arms to the wrists. And then turn it over and tap back up the outside. Really good for the heart and the lung meridians. Keeping those nice and strong. Do this one more time. When you get back to the chest, switch hands. Do some tapping on the other side, lung 1 and 2 points, just below the collarbone. And then open the hand and tap down the inside of the arm to the wrist. Turning that over, coming back up that outside to the shoulder. Getting some nice energy activated in the shoulder. We like to hold lots of tension in our neck and shoulders, some of us. Do one more time. Get back to the chest. We'll do some tapping up and down the sternum again. And here, we'll do nice deep breaths in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. When you exhale through the mouth, it's a little more purging. Getting any stale energy, any non-beneficial energy out of the lungs. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Beautiful. Just drop your hands down to your sides. Another beautiful energy activation, which I don't do a whole lot, is shaking through the wrists. Just like this. And then we can do a little tapping, wrist to wrist. So tapping.
What does that do, Kim?
And this is good for, oh, I actually forget. Oh my goodness. And then switch. That's a really good question, and I am blanking. I will have to look up what this is good for.
Feels great.
It is good for, you know, work. I know one thing it is really good for is those of us who are on keyboard, on computer screens a lot, keyboarding. Awesome.
I was hoping it was targeting that.
Now just drop your hands and finger, like feel the energy tingling all the way down your arms, into your fingers. Just a nice different motion for us to use. Awesome. Okay, so now start to sway from the hips and the waist. Let the arms swing. And then arms gently, or not so gently, not too hard, but tapping across low back and low abdomen. Getting the energy, more activation of the organs here. I'm hitting the kidneys, the door of life, at the low back, knocking across the front, getting those organs activated. Nice bend. Try not to turn out. Try and be focused on bending at the hips and at the waist. Nice bend in the upper spine, following as you turn. We don't want to hurt the knees. Now bring one hand up to just below the collarbone where we were tapping earlier. A little more energy going to this lung 1 and 2 point here. Just remember to keep breathing, nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And again, you can always exhale through the mouth if you have some excess energy you want to disperse, purge. I was going to say disperge. That could be disperse and purge together. It's a new word, disperge. Now bring one hand up over, knocking on the shoulder, and you've got a nice curve to your hand rather than just having it flat. When you have it curved, you're getting the shoulder and you're also getting the back of the shoulder a bit here too. Nice to get lots of energy flowing in through our neck and shoulders. And then come back down to the chest. And then back down to the low abdomen, low back, continuing with the low back. And then next time you exhale, you can stop tapping, let your arms just float in the air. Have your fingers nicely spread. Feel the air flowing through your fingers. You're moving the energy all around you. Nice. Now just slow that down. Slow that down. Come to stillness. Awesome. Now we're going to do a couple moves for the low back. So take a slightly wider stance. Hands on your upper thighs. And then we're going to slowly bring your hips, then your back, and then your head to one side. And then hips, back, head to one side. Head comes last. So we're going from one side to the other. Just nice floating motion. Only bend as far as is comfortable for you. If this pulls on your back, then just do a slight squat and only come down with your bent knees as far as is comfortable. If you need to be right up and just do like this, do like this. If it's comfortable for you to come down a little further, then do that. We're moving the body like a river. And then slow that right down. Pause at the center and then come over and do a forward bend. Bending through the knees. I always have to bend mine a fair bit because I have really tight hamstrings. Just a nice forward fold and really nice deep breaths in here. It's really nice stretch for the low back. And then slowly, bending with the knees, slowly, slowly roll up. Slowly roll up. We're going to do that. Move the body like a river again. So bending through the knees, hands on the thighs, and then moving the body like a river. And just play with different heights. See what works for you. I know when I've had some low back soreness coming right down like this, it's not fun for me. So I've had to be a little higher. This is really nice warm up, nice bit of work for the legs here as well. And then next time you come to center, just pause and then fold over to forward bend again. And you'll likely notice that your forward bend is a little easier this time. Maybe you can bend a little further, straighten the legs a little more. We don't ever want to fully straighten, like hyperextend the knees. Feel that nice stretch. And then bend the knees, slowly start to come up. Put one hand over the other, and we're going to go into a full body flow. So bringing the arms all the way up over the head, looking up at the hands, and then coming forward again, and we're going to do a flow. So coming forward, exhale, bending the knees, and inhale as you come up. Arms above the head, slight back bend, only as far as is comfortable for you. And do this at a pace that works for you. So inhaling up, exhaling as you go down. Pressing the hips a bit forward when you come up to do your back bend. And again, if back bends don't work for you, just come straight up. You don't have to go into a back bend. And do one more full body flow wherever you are. And next time you come up, just bring the hands, arms out to the side and down. Come back in a bit. So now we're going to do one for the hips. I know in one of my classes with my teacher, Lee Holden, he said, I forget how many billions of dollars in the States is spent on hip replacements. And Asian cultures don't seem to need that so much. One thing is a lot of Asian cultures, they do a lot of this. They're squatting down, they're spending a lot of days squatting, and they do just a lot more different movements than what we do here in North America. So here's our hip move. And if balance is a bit of an issue, I'm going to suggest, and if you're watching a recording, maybe pause, get a chair or something to hold onto on one side. But to give this a try, have your hands out to the side and press your palms towards the earth. Pretend you've got your palms on the heads of two dragons. Actually, no, dragons move too much. Maybe two tigers. Have your hands on the heads of two tigers. And they're sleeping. So imagine that you've got your hands on something stable. And here's the hip move. So it's a swing. And I'm not always excellent at this. So it's coming across, and then it's coming back up and down. And I did that a little, like I brought my foot down a little quicker than needed because I needed to, or not needed than what we might normally. So it's bringing the foot out and then turning at the hip, up and back down. This is a warm-up that soccer players do. So it's swing, swing, and then down. Remember to keep your hands on the heads of those tigers. So back of the foot, outside of the foot's facing out. Then you turn, the inside of the foot is facing out and then down. So I'll do it more, a little more fluid movement here. So it's swing, swing, down. And do this however it works for you. So if you need something to hold on to, hang on to something and then just do one leg. Because, you know, you don't want to be smacking a chair with your leg or your knees because that's just no fun. So yes, if you have to hang on to something, hang on and do that. So I'm just going to continue. So swing, swing. And remember to breathe. And I find with any balance move, because we've got lots of yogis, any balance move, I find nice soft gaze, find something like stationary to look at, like something really small in maybe a little bit distant from you. Find something stationary to look at. You don't have to look at me doing this if you've got this down. Find something stationary to look at. Soften your gaze, and you'll be amazed at how that will help your balance. Oh, I need to make sure you can see my feet here. And as you'll see, I'm not great at this. I tend to wobble and go a little all over the place. Let's do one more each side. Awesome. And give yourself some gratitude and acknowledge that even if you didn't think you were doing this great, which everybody I can see did amazing. So good for you. And after that, I think it's nice to do some hip circles. So pressing your thumb on a point on your spine, about half an inch either side of your spine. Let's do some hip circles. So coming out, pressing in with your thumbs as you come forward, pressing in as you come forward. And when you come back, move your thumbs to a different spot on your spine. So this is great for your spine and great for your hips. And then pause and go the other way. Maybe bring your thumbs back up. If you've been going all the way down, bring your thumbs back up to a higher spot on your spine, pressing in as you come forward. That's awesome. All right, just come to a rest there. We'll just do a couple moves for the neck and shoulders. It's always, I find it's always nice to do them in almost every routine. So we'll do spread the feathers. So half fingers nicely splayed apart, pressing palms towards the earth, bringing your head, bringing your ear to one shoulder, towards one shoulder. Just hold that nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. or exhale through the mouth if you've got a lot of neck and shoulder tension. And then just start to roll your head back and forth. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Then just drop your chin to your chest, bring your head to the other side. Ear to the shoulder. A few deep breaths here. Then slowly start to roll your head back and forth. Awesome. Then just bring your head to your chest and then drop your arms down. Give them a little wiggle. Now we're going to do some neck rolls. So if you can, bring your palms together behind your back, hit your kidney, and bring them up as high as you can. If you can't do that at all, or down here, you can't do it at all, hands on the hips. So no pain in Qigong. We don't do anything that causes discomfort. Just start nice, gentle head and neck rolls. And when you come up, you can just have your head up straight. You don't need to bring your head back unless you wish to. Inhaling as you bring your head up. Exhaling as you come forward. Again, if you've got lots of neck and shoulder tension, you may want to exhale through the mouth. Help release some of that tension. Doing this nice and slowly, because this releases the tension more than going quickly. Then you can just pause and go the other way. And pause here. I'm going to show you one more. I'm going to come up a little closer. So hands behind the back again, or on the hips. We're going to do, so bringing the head over to one side again. And then we're going to do just little chin circles with our chins. So just circle your chin. Whichever way you want, because we'll do both ways. And then go the other way. Awesome. Now we'll do the other side. So bring your ear over to the other shoulder and then start doing little circles with your chin. And you're drawing little circles in the air. You may hear little crunchies in your neck. I hear them in mine. Kind of at the base of, at my cranial base, I can feel a little bit of crunching there. And then pause and go the other way. Little chin circles going the other way. Awesome, awesome. And okay, just give your arms a little shake out. Actually, let's do this. Just bring your hips back and forth. This is called that we're wagging our tails. Let the spine go. Just back and forth. Dog wags the tail. Awesome. Slow that down. And now we're going to a little bit of shaking out. Get those neck, shoulders, get everything loose. You can even do it like a little shake with your legs before we bounce into the legs. Do a little shake, do a little shake, and just bouncing, a little bouncing, shaking into the heels. And you can do nice deep breaths in through the nose. You can exhale through the mouth. And for cold and flu season, the sound for the lungs is like an S sound, like S. We're going to do that. Let's do that sound. Great for releasing stale energy in the lungs, stagnation, opening up room for vitality. Then just slow this down, slow this down. And just notice the energy running through your body. Got so much energy activated in the body now. Beautiful. Now we're going to start our flows. So we're going to do opening the flow, float the arms up to about shoulder height, pause, and then float the arms down. Legs still about shoulder width apart. Nice soft bend at the knees. And as you come up, have your weight a little more in the heels. And then as you bring down the arms down, a little more straightening in the legs, weight coming towards the toes a bit more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So up to this point, we're doing, excuse me, breathing, stretching, activating. We were moving the energy. Now, as we go into our flows, we're letting the energy move us. Beautiful. Let's do one more here. Now, bring the palms with the palms facing up. Backs of the hands like they're floating on water. A little bit of a distance away from the body. We don't usually have anything too close to the body in our standing postures. And we're going to start our first flow here. Buddha holds up the earth, raising the hands up, turning towards the chest and the lungs, and then palms turning out, thumbs and palms facing up to the sky. Nice bend in the elbows, and then coming back down, mechanics of the move, nice bend in the elbows, palms facing towards the chest, because this is for the lungs and the element is metal. So inhaling as we go up. Nice pause. And then exhaling as you bring your arms down. And again, whenever you get into a flow, but you've got to move down, feel free to close your eyes, really feeling the energy move. Do one more here. And then just hold the palms here, low embrace the tree. Palms facing up towards the lungs. Imagining bright white healing light in the lungs. Lungs is also where we hold grief, so we're transforming grief into courage. So we send this beautiful bright white healing light into the lungs. Beautiful. And just drop the arms down to the sides. And then turn the arms so that the backs of the hands are facing each other, coming towards the midline, not touching each other. And then coming up through the midline of the body, up to the chest, and then floating the arms out and down. Turning backs of hands towards each other, inhaling up, exhaling as you come down. And this is called the fountain. Element is water. It's for the kidneys. Kidney meridian is in the bottom of the feet. It comes up the inside of the legs into the abdomen. And a secondary meridian comes up to the chest. So we're directing this energy where to go with this beautiful flow. Do one more here. Come back. Similar to the previous posture, you're holding your hands like this, but instead of in the front of the body, as we're doing the kidney organ, we're bringing our hands back. And you want to just bring your arms really slowly back, because as you bring your arms back, you may find your shoulders rising, and we don't want that. Shoulders down and back. Feel your shoulder blades dropping down. Hands behind you. We're doing the bear. And your palms are facing towards the lungs. And imagine bright blue healing light. Sorry, I said the lungs, I think kidneys. We're facing palms facing the kidneys. Beautiful bright blue healing light shining in the kidneys. We can hold fear and stress in our kidneys. We're transforming that into calm, into tranquility. And if you find your shoulders raising up, just bring your hands back again. Give your shoulders a little wiggle, and then just really, really, really slowly bring the hands back again. Love. Okay, bringing the hands back in front. Going on to next flow, which is called Tree Sways in the Wind. And it's for the liver and the wood element. The mechanics is turn to one side, then float the hands and the arms up to the top of the head, to the crown, facing the palms, facing the fingers towards the crown. And you want to have nice, loose, nice loose hands to the crown and out, and float the arms back down, back to the starting position, and then turn to the opposite side, bringing the hands up to the crown, and then turning and float the arms down. Pausing the breath here. Turn, inhale up to the crown, pause the breath, turn, and then exhale. And the meridian for the liver comes up from the big toe up the inside of the legs to the ribs. And then a secondary meridian comes up to the crown of the head. So again, we're directing the flow of the energy with our movements. Do one more each side here. The standing posture for this is embrace the tree. So your palms are facing towards your chest and like you're hugging a tree. So arms not too close into the chest. Have them out a bit, just like you're hugging a tree. Embrace the tree. And the color for the wood element is green. So imagine bright green, healing light all around your liver, just on your right side. Oh, I better do the opposite. Your right side over here. You can have a nice soft bend in your elbows. If you need to drop your arms down a little bit with because of shoulder tightness, feel free to do that. And with this bright green healing light, we're transforming hate into kindness, into resilience. And from here, we're going to go right into the next flow. So drop your right hand down, shift your weight to the left, turn at the hips, switch the hands, top hand facing your chest, bottom hand floating around your midline there, and then shifting the weight to the right, turning, shifting the hands, shifting weight, turning, switch hands, top hand facing the heart. This is the heart element. This is the heart, the organ of the heart, and the fire element. This is called cloudy hands. Continue nice deep breathing. Breathing whichever way works for you. You may wish to inhale as you're going one way, exhale as you're coming back. Nice, beautiful energy into the heart center. We're calming down that fire element. Bottom hand's like it's floating across the water. We use water to tamper fire. Let's do one more, whichever side you're on. And then as you get back to the center, come to the center, pause, and then palms facing up to the sky. This is holding the golden urn to the sky. And imagine bright red light all around the heart center. Bright red for the fire element. Energy coming into the palms, through the arms, and into the heart. Lovely. And bring the palms down to the belly, bringing that healing energy into the abdomen. And then we're going to go, then palms facing down, bending at the knees, hips and waist. Reach the arms out, float them out. Slight turn in the palms as we come back in, bringing that energy in. So we're exhaling as we go out. And then inhaling into the abdomen. And this is called Pebble in the Pond. And it's for the spleen and the earth element. So you're like the pebble, arms are like the waves, sending any negative or non-beneficial energy out, and then bringing positive energy back into the abdomen, activating the organs in the abdomen, activating our digestion. The spleen is paired with the stomach. It's also connected to pancreas. And our spleen is meridian is in the legs. So as we bend, when we come forward, straighten up, activating a bit of energy in the legs. Exhaling as we go out. Inhaling as we come in. Let's do one more flow here. When you've got your hands, arms back to center, drop down, float the arms up to shoulder height, slight bend in the elbows, nice open fingers, palms facing down to the earth as we're doing the earth element. Imagine that beautiful earth energy coming up into the palms, through the arms, down into the abdomen, and also from the bottom of the feet, up the legs, into the abdomen. The color for the spleen and the earth element is yellow. So imagine bright yellow healing light coming into your body, into your spleen, into your stomach, your pancreas, all around you, surrounding your body with this healing light. With the spleen, we can hold anxiety or worry. We're transforming that into groundedness. The earth, connecting to the earth, we get grounded. Balanced. Slowly bring your arms down. And then we're gonna float the arms up. Nice bend. The palms facing towards you as you come back down. This is called pulling down the heavens, or you can call it pulling down the earth. And we're smoothing out the energy. You can imagine bright violet light floating down from the head, the chest, the heart, the lungs, into the abdomen, smoothing out this energy. Bringing inner harmony. Let's do one more here. And as your hands come down to your abdomen, your lower dantian, you bring your hands together like this with your thumbs connected right over your lower abdomen. Thumbs are resting roughly over your belly button, hands over your lower abdomen. Bring your feet and your legs together. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Just return to natural breathing in and out through the nose. And try and relax. Try and relax through your feet, through your ankles, your knees, your calves, your hips and your waist, your spine, neck and shoulders, your head. Let your body find its own centeredness, its own groundness. It'll start to rock and sway. It's finding its own center as it rocks and sways. And try not to control it. And just go with it. And close your eyes. When you're ready, just drop your arms down your side. I always like to remember to give yourself some gratitude for taking this time for you, taking this time for your energy, for your health, for your well-being.